Hey everybody!
It's been a while, huh? Well,
Not as long as it was before, but honestly, I'm gonna try and stream a bit more often. Oh my god, I still can't believe that I have that tab open. I had the tab of the stream open, just to make sure that it was actually going, and then, well, I'd rather not hear myself, in all fairness. Also, it kind of sounded like I was bass boosted. That's my bad. Am I bass boosted? God, I fucking hope not. That would really suck. That'd be buns. But anyway. Then I'm just kind of looking for frickin'. You know what? I'll just use my playlist rather than rebrand is still weird. It's not like it's like crazy. It's just kind of, it's still the same thing. It's just a bit, I actually have my own face rather than Crimson. I'll just go here. And then I'm gonna lower down the, oh, yeah, it's lower enough. It's low enough. Hopefully. Anyway. That's fair. I lost a bit of yesterday's progress. That's my bad. Yesterday, off stream, I was going to make a no AU called Time, but due to personal issues, I had to shut down the PC. I shut down the PC, but it seems that I forgot to save. The reason why is that I deleted the Shadow Milk and replaced him with someone else. Let me grab him. Because their colors was what I was going to base it off of. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I got announced that I'm actually live now. I mean, it's not what I'm used to. Fair enough. You're used to either Crimson or a faceless streamer. No, you unsaved. Damn, fair enough. You got me there. Live now. Alright. Anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna try and stream for longer. Maybe up to like 3 or 4 hours. See how well that goes, you know? I look at chat and see standard moderator. What do you mean there's multiple? Zam. They were... Well, I gave moderator to friends. Lamau. I guess that you never really interacted with them. Actually, this fucking... This is very cluttered. I might have to do a bit of summer cleaning of this sprite sheet. In all honesty. Methinks that this spreadsheet needs some cleaning. Remove this big silly. That's just fragments of times before. Also, I saw that your channel and you had pronouns and go by them, so do you go by just they, them now? No. I am gender fluid, which means I kinda just go by whatever. The great DTLG that consumes them. Nah, he fucking died. He died in the same moment. Goddamn. Oh right, have I shown you guys this? This is kind of my take on Hacker's Ending. If you don't know the inspiration, then you're missing out. Well, this was cool, but kind of buns. Oh yeah, right. Winter solstice. This was just a random AU that I concocted up because I was bored and I didn't know what to really make at the time. So he just kind of exists. The only real name that I gave him was winter solstice because that's just like a name that came to mind. Here we go. These were like little progress things for it. So basically, oh yeah, ignore this. This was a very bad attempt at trying to make something interesting. Alright, let me take a look-see. Alright. Let me get rid of this guy. Replace him with... You know what now? I don't know. The friend box shrinks once more. Sucks, but that's how it goes. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta remove this. We already have the completed thing, so it's fine if I remove these. Methinks. Except for this, because I think that this can just be... This is like an internal reference. I started taking my ADHD and totally didn't lock into the computer craft mod for Minecraft. That's funny. That hit. That makes sense. Outdated True Dust design. Kill. Thumbnail. Tall. Tall. He thinks. I do think. Actually, I may as well get rid of this, because I don't need it anymore. I'm pretty sure I moved that to a different sheet. Did I move it to the Doombringer sheet? Oh, no. Not that one. Doombringer? Yeah, I moved it. Okay, so I don't need it. I also don't... That also means that I don't really need the layers either. So, let me take a look-see. Wait, what do you mean I'm on... Oh, wait, I'm on layer 1. Yeah, let's delete layer. Because these layers aren't needed anymore. Legacy TD versus current TD. They're the same... Hey... Fucking Indie Cross. I love the main menu theme. Anyway, back on topic. It's not like that they changed very much. I only changed his drip. I changed the drip for True Dust because the old design kind of seems a little plain. And this is the new design. This is also extremely cluttered. Jesus Christ. I also need to make a better version of a grown-up. I need to make a better grown-up sprite for Kara. Because, goddamn. This looks like shit. This looks buns. It could be... I could base it off of the Deltarune. I could base it off of the, like... Deltarune Kara that people have been making, which I really like. Don't mind Shedletsky. And just remove Shedletsky. Oh yeah, this. This was an attempt on trying to make like a detailed sprite, but it looks kind of fun. Hi! It's good to see you. There's a bit of lag between stream and chat. So it might take a bit for me to like actually not recognize, but see your chats. This was the original concept for Parasite. I could base it off of Deltarune. Off the Deltarune, hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, this I probably don't want this to be the real design for Parasite. Oh, also for those who don't know, Parasite was going to be the Parasite is actually, not was. I don't know why I said was. So, Parasite is this guy. And I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but this is Shadowverse Dust Sands, also known as Host. That's his nickname, kind of like how it's Murder. Bro is one type of away from being a mass murderer. That's funny. But, so yeah. Hosts, and basically the gem, the artifact in Waterfall, kind of became Parasite. They are both sands, but it's a multi-personality thing. Make it a little quieter so then I can actually hear myself think. Anyway. The fact that my hyper insanity is also named Parasite. Yeah, that's my bit. I had no idea that your hyper insanity existed in me thinks. Or I just forgot. Alright. So, base Dust the Cosmic Cat win. No. No. People already made a bunch of dusk jokes. But I don't know if any of you have actually seen. I should probably introduce you to the new MTT before we get into making time. I haven't made new sprites for some of these guys, but this is the main bad guys. The main Murder Time Quintet. We got Horror hasn't changed at all. I actually might be tempted to just keep him as a little taller than the other guys. Insanity is a lot more feral because of how unstable determination is. Especially artificial determination. Kind of set him back to like a wild animal. However, he still has moments of lucidity, much like normal insanity. Except his lucidity is just him being a lot more smart. But not... I should actually draw my MA7 take. True. Draw your stuff. I think it'll look cool. And then, of course, we have Host, which you've seen before. Like, not even a bit ago. For Insanity. Everyone's already been making that joke. And then we have Killer, also known as Bloom, who is probably the most interesting out of the redesigns. So this is Feral, Insanity, Host, which is literally basically him with a multi-personality disorder, because the artifact kind of makes him bloodthirsty. And basically this is a killer where both Kara and Sans eventually make up, both realizing that both kinda got fucked over by the player. Not really. Well, right now, the term player is kind of the forbidden. It's there now if you want to see it. That'd be cool. I might take a look at it later. Oh, and then, of course, I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen, Shadowverse Decadent, Shadowverse Hard Mode being a bit more spoofed up, with with Decadent having more drip, and also being a bit pissy. I don't think. While yes, God Kira might be a bit outdated now, considering that he is, you know, considering he's based off of mostly the original versions. I think I like the idea of him kind of being like what they were meant to be, if that makes sense. So the new lore for the MTT won't be like affecting God Kira in any way. Methinks. It also helps me in not needing to fucking make a new version of God Kira Lamau. Cause God, I would rather not deal with that. I would genuinely rather not deal with that. Thank you. Now then, I need to update the goober as well. The true goober. I also just need to make a better... There's just a lot of stuff that needs improvement. Lots of improvement needed. Just lots of stuff. I also don't have a DC account. I saw that your account needs to have 3 months or older to join. I won't be joining the DC, I don't have a DC account. Fair enough. The main reason why we have the anti 3-month thing is to stop bots. Is to attempt to ban bots right out of the gate. Though we also have the verification system, but we don't. Otherwise, we don't have much, which sucks. Which does suck, but I don't think that I'm popular enough to actually like get rated. In all fairness. I need to definitely remove this because most of the stuff is kind of outdated. Let's see. Oh, right. I got completely sidetracked. I should probably get started with time. Cause let me see. Where's the render that I used? Ah, here it is. Timekeeper is replacing Shadow Milk. This... God, what? It's actually kind of strange. Why is she so much smaller than Shadow Milk was? Despite them being equally as detailed. Maritime Trio plus True Dust when? Yeah, no, we are not doing the we're not doing the triple insanity, the 3 insanity ass pull stuff. Also, I just don't like having... I don't like having multiple of the same AU in one trio, if that makes sense. So, like, I wouldn't want to have, like, evil MTT versus evil Trudos. Isn't that just, like, injustice? Also, fun fact, Trudos works better for unjust than actual, you know, than actual Murder Time Trio, in my opinion. Purely because, you know, because he isn't a sociopath. Nor is he, like, an unforgivable murderer. You know? It's just like... It's one of those things where it's like, well, yes, he is a dust replacement without any, like, special ties. He would just make better sense as, for Unjustice. Shadowverse Boneliest. I might make him later. I feel like that he'd be a rogue. He would be a rogue, agent. Because he still Sans, despite his deal, making him look freaky. I feel like that he would be, like, an insider for, probably the core. Not core. Yeah. He'd probably be an insider for core. Hmm. Nah, I've started to take my meds. I've gotten back into making gadgets and gizmos and games Minecraft as of now. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. ADHD is one of those things where it's like, it gets annoying. It gets annoying. Nothing against people with ADHD, though. I'm not saying that they literally can't work or anything, but there's just some moments where you definitely need that medication. Holy dementia? What? Huh? Tinkerer. True. Which is a bit late. Fair enough. Hmm. Fatal errors in an What if you make fatal errors an actual goat? Well, I feel like that people wouldn't like it if I made him a goat. I don't know, something about character integrity or some shit. You know, he should probably remain a skeleton. You know? Yeah. In all seriousness, I think that Fatal Error is fine where he is. Hmm. Hmm. Something skeleton from... Oh, yeah. Because why not at this point? Fair enough. If there's one guarantee, there's most likely... There will most likely never be, like, a thing from Godverse. God... While, yes, Alpha Tail is, like, known as being one of the most overpowered AUs, honestly, kind of fucking, yeah, Godverse blows that shit out of the water to the point where it's even more unsalvageable. Hmm. Hmm. It would be funny to make an Undertale fan game with the computer craft mod. You can try. You can definitely try it. Now then. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Nearly belongs you. I love Godfield. He's probably my favorite. One of my favorite, like, of the horror verse or whatever it's called. It is so damn cool. He is so damn cool. I also find it really funny how his weakness is literally friendship. Like, unironically. That's his weakness. And not even in a cringe way. It's because, like, in every timeline, because he, like, explores timelines and alternate universes, the main constant is that everyone's pretty much at each other's throats. So basically, if you... like, people being friends with each other is such a foreign concept to him that it's something that he would want to eventually... it would just be kind of crazy for him. I mean, his main story is that he literally got neglected to the point of... oh. I'm probably gonna keep Hyper Insanity, Universe Max. Universe Plus at max. Checks out. That's a good way of doing it, honestly. That's just a really good way of doing it. Just kinda... yeah. Sorry if my dialogue is a bit buns, but due to autism, I kinda I'm kinda like focusing on one thing at a time. Let me grab... Where are you? Let me grab you. Get over here, Orchestra. I need your tie. I need your tux. You're a bit taller, but... Hello! Once again, true pacifist Frisk, casually no diffing literal gods because they are goated, true. Zam. Anyway. Let me take a look-see. Let me take a look. Ba-ba. Alright. Oops, well, instead of we getting cooked in Baldi's Basics. Damn. I haven't heard that name in a while. I did hear that Baldi's Basics is still kind of thriving. Which I'm glad about. It definitely deserves success with the amount of effort that's put into it. Then... My idea, trifecta of coders, Cav, VHS, and True Dust. That's just glitch time trio with how unbalanced it is. True. I agree with that. That is so unbalanced with True Dust there. At least have it be like determined singularity. Because you got decent, and then fucking... Yeah. Yeah, motherfucker's gonna maul them to death. The tie might be a bit too big. Let's go. Aldrid's Gods plays with Little Tyler and two other random skeletons. True. That's literally exactly how that shit would go. Egg. One. Egg. One. Egg. This fuck ass tie. The fuck-ass tie that I hate. How the hell did the principal saw me run? I don't know. Do not underestimate the perception of the principal. He will fucking maul you to death if you underestimate him. There. That's a good golden egg. No. I think that's a good one. Send in the bald man's basics. Damn. I kind of like the cream instead of the white. Maybe since it's smaller, I might want to make it a bit more. Make it a bit more yellow, so then it's a bit more obvious. I actually kind of like how this guy looks. Even though, in all fairness, I'm kind of copying his vibe. Fun fact, my M87 take, the one name that goes by is Messier, damn, carries a dictionary around with him because he doesn't natively speak English or any language for that matter of fact. Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. That's actually kind of cool. Really cooking me? I've seen it inked Baldi before. I find the idea of applying sans they use to get other characters funny. Yeah, true. I think that something that'd be cool is using physics to play to their speed. Isn't that just like projection? Whatever that one's called? I don't know. I don't want to copy too much from Trudeau's, but the heralds subjects slash close friends boosted by the power is genuinely a neat idea. And I want to apply that to True Betrayer, however, it would be rude probably. No! The hell are you talking? The hell are you on about? I didn't make the idea of a leader having a passive ability that boosts their subject slash teammates. Just like you're fine, bro. This guy looks like a horror. I should probably stop worrying about how good it looks and just kind of go with it in the mouth. Pixel, I hate to argue against that. Belt of Doom, in my defense, it's been a hot minute since I read the lore, fair enough. That's fine, in all honesty. I haven't really been doing much lore-wise. So, you're not exactly missing out on much. I like the idea that he just kind of stole the fashion sense of Steam. Oh, definitely not. How's that look? That looks better. Hey, body jump scare got me so hard. Fair enough.
Well, maybe I should like make.
I should definitely have more art of Dusk. Just kind of like make whatever. I really do love that top hat. I'm pretty sure I have a hat. I might just... No. I don't have a top hat. Yeah, I already have a... I already created a copy. Oh, no. There we go. Just could you check out 007 First Light whenever you can, because it's a cool game. Maybe... Again, maybe after. We'll have to see. I do got a lot of stuff to think about. Actually, Pixel, I think that I named my Cax, so the only good name that I came up with it would also be Aeroes. Fair enough. That sounds cool. I do kind of find it a bit funny how everyone is like... Rich quit Baldy because I was one door away from the real exit. Damn! That sucks. Hmm. Yeah, explains it. I'm just kind of drawing on random sands that like based off of this gal. Timekeeper. It'll basically be a no AU slash time outcode slash called time. Which is crazy how time doesn't exist as a no AU. I certainly thought that something so easy like time would be an easy grab. Like, come on, bruh. It's fucking time. Because, you know, bad time? Whatever. It's weird. Time I disappeared, got work in 30. Alright. See ya. Hope you have a good day. Lol. These guys really can't. I'm... Oh, he's just a guy. He's one of the main shatters here, so. You know what? I think that I'll just keep it. Hmm. This isn't a random Undertale timing. Watching as a random entity that looks a lot like Sans appears out of nowhere and just looks around. Yes, my MA7 is from an Undertale timeline. That's funny considering that Trudas often goes to a certain Undertale timeline to just like chill out and vent. In all fairness, I wouldn't be surprised if... Yes, I'm still watching. Jesus. Maybe I should lower this a little. I kind of like this. Also, it kind of makes sense why MA7 is from an Undertale timeline. He's literally a fucking black hole. So, I'd be surprised if he wasn't related to Outer in some way. In canon, my 7 take has fought error and won easily. Damn. That's crazy. It makes sense though. He's kind of a fucking bum. My... Ooh, and True Murder Time Trio, second Sandy Trio. Oh, gee, I wonder. True Murder Time Trio versus Stack Insanity Trio. Fucking... Normal Insanity is getting sacked immediately, Broken Mind isn't... Broken Mind's getting sacked. Triple Insanity, is the most likely getting sacked. Is most likely getting sacked. Ooh. Jeez. That does seem pretty damn powerful. Hmm. Hmm. So this is the design for time. Of course, gotta update the lower clothes. And then also update the eye. I'm quite the fan of time. What's your all's opinion on time? I think that he looks cool. He looks zany enough. He looks very zany. W Cosmic Car. Thanks. Definitely looks cool in my opinion. Now trying to try and like actually make something with him. So the idea is gonna be sucks that I gotta do this with like mouse. Not very good at drawing with mouse. If I could, I definitely would try and draw with you know. He looks like he has time. Yeah, he definitely has time to screw with you, that's for damn sure. I like the idea that his existence happened because of the machine. He tried to use the machine and it kind of fucked him up, pretty much infusing him with time itself. Which is why he looks so zany, is because he knows the past, present, and future. Anyway. My favorite trios design is the funny ops one from... Fair enough. That's fair. Anyway. So... If I could... have it where it's like... It'll look like buns, but... So, it would be... Maybe, yeah. Then... Shabbat. Probably a lot more like this. And then... Long ass neck. Heaven. And then carrying kind of like carrying a clock hand. Kind of like this, if that makes sense. Kind of like that. It's a bit confusing, but it's kind of like this. It'll be a bit before I'll actually have the ability to do that, but you know what? Fuck it. Nothing really hurting. There's a mode called Event Horizon that can use inverse the text / healing he takes. I see. Interesting. Chat, I think that the stanzas of the broken rule that have a broken world. I think the stanzas that have a broken world, therefore broken world's trio. Huh, that sounds like a certain octet. Jeez. You could say Dream Sims. Checks out. His world is definitely broken. That's for damn sure. Alright. Very weak version. Yeah. Yeah, alpha normally would just be fucking way too crazy. Human, look at my big eye. Face. Lol. Yeah, I definitely see how that would be a bit of a point of criticism. This is 100% definitely not my best work. But in all fairness, I'm kind of experimenting. So, kind of... Actually, yeah, I put that on stream, that I'm kind of like experimenting with it. Basically making the outline. I do like how I made this top hat. Oh, I got the colors inverted. Oh, right. I do need to extend this just so, nope, not that one. Alright. Despite everything, I do think that this is shaping up pretty damn well, unironically. I was kind of expecting this to kind of look like shit, but this side profile isn't actually looking that bad. Maybe tilt a little more. And then we can grab this. Oh, right. Almost forgot a detail. Let's see. Right. I probably want, like, to reference, so I'll just do red here. Grab... Probably, like, a little bit... a little bit... I need to do pixel perfect. Might wanna, like, add a bit. Oh. With my Sante, Gundine tried to get him to follow her, but as I said, he doesn't have an early guide because he wouldn't follow her since he didn't know. Ah, that's a shame. Big misunderstanding. Sucks to say. Sucks. Try Dream Sands. I don't know about Cheddar Dream. You could probably just have it be just like... You could just have it be like... Hmm. 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 I did... Funny thing, I did in fact take an art class before. So I know like some of the basics and stuff, but beyond that, I haven't really gone into like advanced art or anything. So I only know the basics. So I know the like the basics of perception. I mean perspective. And all that. So this is like where his arm will be. Um... Hmm. Hmm. Sorry if I'm not responding, really. I'm really hyperfixating. Alright. I do like the lore that I'm seeing, though. So... Hmm. I am low-key kind of freestyling it. I should In all fairness, I could have done this in a much smarter and a much better way. You know, like most artists actually making like a skeleton. Rather than basically making a... So, the thing would be here. Okay. Let me try and trace this out. No? Thank you. Let me try and trace this out. So, his arm would be here. I think a good way of doing this would be just tracing out where his arm would go. And then just kind of going from there. Where this is the destination. So, and then, so it would be more like a downward than up. Because he's holding the clock hand right here. Kind of like that. Then legs kind of go here. Well, of course, these legs are much bigger because maybe something more like here. And then I can do, well, yeah, I'll do red for, yeah. Basically, where the legs would actually go is like here. Well, it would be longer. Or maybe it could be something like this. Oh no. Definitely needs not very great, but it is kind of coming together, I guess. Maybe the legs aren't. Well, in all fairness, this is Sans we're talking about, so proportions aren't exactly the biggest focus. Just kind of going with plain colors right now. Rather than like going with like actual detail. So I shouldn't really have to worry about the small things until later. I will take this and then kind of so let me do slash, oh no, that's not it. Let me do, which one is it? Ah, U. Let me do slash U, and then, oh, oopsies. Why did I get spooked? Weird. It's very weird. Alright. I'm just kind of using this as like a reference. Why is bro horrified? I don't know. I guess time wasn't me. The fact that I'm actually pushing through against my own doubts spooks the shit out of Dusk. I get fucking guess. Because honestly, I do feel like that this is definitely not great. Let me be honest about that one. This looks like shit. Funny idea, controversial any time. I know someone made a trio where it was controversial ideas, or just like bad stuff. I do know that exists, and I don't like the creators of it. because they are, in fact, a bit grody. Not exactly the most kind people. Do. Alright, hands are definitely not my strong suit, so I might just leave that until later. I mean, it looks fine, I guess. Was that termination? Yeah. Pretty sure you heard that correctly. Bros build like a pocket character. Nah. To I should learn how to draw, although I guess it makes a couple. I can make simple doodles quite well. I'm much better at expression than art. Yeah, fair enough. Big time stretch and yawn. God damn. Maybe make this a little thicker. Be honest, guys. How does this look? Don't say like, oh, it looks good. Actually, like, give a reason. Because I don't want, like, a bunch of people just saying, oh, it looks great. Okay, maybe... I feel like I should move this. I feel like that should be moved. My Wi-Fi genuinely decided to disappear. That's crazy. I've had that happen before. Actually, we've had that happen on... We've had that happen. Also, on our end, we can't really hear the music. Well, I can turn up the music in OBS. I can turn up the music in OBS, so then it's not, like, deafening to me. Oh. Car. Hey, Dusk. Is Dusk more of a separate from you? Nope. It is self-insert. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. I thought that my internet just fucking died. But no. Oh, that's why. Tropical storm warning. Oh, that's grand. Love that, Lamel. This is definitely... This is... I won't beat myself over the head too much. Since this is my first attempt at, like, an actual big-time complex pose and all sprite. So I shouldn't, like, actually, like, beat myself over the head with it for it. Which is fair. In all honesty, I think that I should just give up on trying to make this fit into the art style I already got, Lamau. Just kind of make it a different sprite, just kind of make it a different art. Because this may as well just be a different style entirely. I also may as well switch up the... Dusk, you mean that Dusk wouldn't have any lore or anything to them? Well, other than them, just... Other than their species, no, not really. Which is literally, the species is also kind of basic. It's literally just cosmic cat. It is a self-insert, so you're probably not going to see any, like, content, lore content about them. Park up near my bed. That's unplugged. That's fun. Damn. Jeez. Seems like that you're having a fun time. Yeah, midway. Honestly, I don't mind this just not being the other art style. It allows me to have more freedom that way. This kind of being like, I don't know. Not really my true art style, but just a non-limited one, I guess. In all fairness, I don't mind it being like a bigger sprite. So... I don't know. This will be the one that I'm working on for. Oh yeah, shift U. I honestly forgot that most people don't use proper grammar punctuation when writing stuff online. It's just like a habit. Fair enough. That makes sense. That seems like a habit. It's a good habit though. It allows you to just like have an easier time. I just kind of realized I fucked up a little. Because I should probably, first of all, do this. Did I do another copy paste? Good. Do a bunch of this. Do that. I do kind of like this though. I think that's better, actually. the autistic urge, or at least I think it's autistic. Just say some random things that come to mind. Ha! Yeah, yeah. I have that feeling too, sometimes. I don't usually say anything though. Gotta pause. Second. Play notes. Alright. BRB. Gotta take care of that. Goddamn. Alright. I'm back. I guess I learned a bit of art skill when I made Dust Duck's fan art. We more rotoscoping, methinks. Alright. Well, probably won't be able to continue spriting for a little bit until, you know, this thing passes along. Sucks that I can't really do much about it except for wait. But that's alright. That's just kind of how things go. Alright. Let's take a look-see. I just checked and the store missed me by not much. Damn. I don't see your thing, your fan art in the community tab. Connects. Maybe it's because, like, you put in your own, maybe. Let me check that. I can do a quick check. I can do a quick check on that. Rotoscoping. I'm pretty sure that rotoscoping is basically the video. Bruh. Oh well. Well, I think that it really sucks that I'm just not able to do anything. Just really buns. Because I'm basically just stun locked. Until should be in the news for your community tab. Well, let me see. Let me take a look-see. Oh, that's wrong. posts. Very interesting. I'll recheck the community tab. Ah! Oh, that's why. I see. I was looking at top. Newest. I like it. I see it. I like it, I like it. It's very silly. Also, I was looking at top, not... so... Here on YouTube, I should add... It was very funny. Hmm. It looked good though. I liked it, honestly. Alright. Then... Oh, I definitely don't want that. I made my MA7 take because I wanted MA7 to have a cannon. So I decided to make my own. As someone who likes black holes and UTUs, of course you would go with the black hole AU. Checks out. Maybe, I think that tomorrow I might see if I'm able to play actual video games without, oh, I don't know, everything fucking exploding. It's a good time to at least try. Won't know until we try, as they say. I gotta adjust the hand a little. Alright. Seems like that stream is finally dying down in terms of members, which I don't mind. It just gives me more of an ability to focus up. Let's take that. I know this looks kind of buns, but honestly, that's fair. Ah, I meant to press. Not Q. This looks like a noodle. Not my best. Definitely not my best. Does have a new canon. He's not even Sans. Has black hole geometry and all that. He's a human who got sucked into a black hole. He's talking about before when he was just a Noayu. So. But yeah, he does have lore as of right now. There we go. And then interesting. It's kind of funny how it became like the reverse of. Cut through a tea party. And then oh, I should probably then I'm glad someone recognized it. But yeah, I do have some of the Forsaken OST in my playlist. I cannot deny that it in fact bops. After thinking, I decided to design True Fell off of Lobo. That's actually a pretty nice idea. Hmm. Yukan is already taller than Dusk. Bitch, I'm 6'3". He's around as tall as me. Yeah. Lamau. Hmm. Hmm. Correct. Which is funny. Hmm. 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 Oh yeah, Farmer versus Murder. For some reason, the 3 DJs... What the fuck? There's a chaotic time trio take with SP Dust as one of the members. The lore is that they're fighting 3 devastating judgments. That's crazy. Also, they're so fucked. Like, unironically. They are, like, absolutely dead, bro. This does not look good. 2TV had to revive 2 members from phase 1 except for... Yeah. As expected, devastating judgments are fucking powerful. So... Not the best. Whole lot of silence while I just work on this sprite. That doesn't look that great, but honestly, I'll take it. It's mine, so I shouldn't really disown it like that because I'm buns. Besides, bad art usually leads to improvement in some capacity, so. Either by just like experiencing the Wonder team who fought COTV, SP doesn't classic. Yeah. That doesn't make fucking sense. Pretty sure classic would get fucking mauled to death. Unless classic's got some crazy shit up his sleeve. Like the souls. Or determination. That's my bad. That's my idea. on how that would go. I mean, it would make sense for him to have determination due to COTV being there. I think that's good art, though. That could be because it's far better than what I can do. Fair enough. What do you think, Yumi? How's it look? Well, thank you. It's not really good to use her for proportions because she's a fucking cookie. And I'm doing a skeleton, so. Lol. Yeah, it's a clock hand. So you got this. Oh. Well, you don't have to worry about closet because he's got helping him, and also he's got this stronger than you song. Well, trying to keep my cat from stepping on my laptop. That is a common occurrence with cats. They just kind of do whatever. I could have genuinely cried if that was Detective Papyrus. No. No. This is, in fact, sadly not Detective Papyrus. Not even close, actually. A fun fact about the current song playing. It's interesting that UKB's Phase 3 theme has changed so much because the OG Loki sucks. Fair enough. Also, yeah, that makes sense. I gotcha. The car. Alright, well, got some details that need adding. Alright, let's see. Well, the easiest one is gonna be just kind of like adding these. And then well, alright, then. Oh. Is it asking? Yes, it is. In fact, it was. Asking if I was still watching. That. I'm not watching, I'm tabbed out, but. And then oh, I'm not even putting it on the right one. Whoopsies. Well, I can just use it if need be. I can just like. Alright, then. This is to kind of like imply that's there, but it's like partly covered up, like how an actual coat would. Alright, what's next? Thank God I already added that. Well, you wouldn't be able to see it on this side because it's on, like, the inside. Just like any jeans. Then can't. Oh. Ah, the belt. Fuck. That's gonna be an interesting one. Well, I can like put it down. I can put it down like here. Have it be like implied to be there. There we go. Good thing about having something like this is that ooh, actually, I think that we're done. In all fairness, it turned out much larger than I thought it would, but I don't even mind that, actually. Time. He looks so cool, though. Oh, I gotta add a couple of outlines. Time sands. Good fucking murky. Dusty, you have such played modern Minecraft? Yep. DGZ, okay. I'm quite sure that my cat tries to step on the touchpad. Okay, makes sense. I think everyone had to go to work or something. That's fair. In all fairness, this stream has already been a bit longer than the usual, and I'm kind of proud of that. I don't mind it at all. And honestly, I think that I made something pretty damn cool. Even with it not looking that great, honestly. But that's to be expected from not really having any experience with making like super dynamic sprites. I kind of came in without really a plan, so... Wait a minute. Is the eye meant to be a torsion spiral? Yep. It's a spiral, yeah. It's basically a spiral that kind of represents the flow of time. It represents the flow of time and how it's infinite and sprawling. So it keeps getting deeper and deeper. The deeper it goes, the more confusing it becomes from the outside. Let's see. There's probably a lot of mistakes that I missed or... Gee. Where the hell is that ringing coming from? That completely fucked up my entire flow. Weird. I doubt that the mic picked up the ringing, but like that was so weird. Caught me completely off guard. Jesus, Jimmy Christmas. I do quite like this. I think that maybe except for a couple of color changes. Yeah, just a couple of color changes. I think that it looks perfectly fine as it is. Honestly, I kind of like Time Sands. I like him to... I think it'd be kind of cool if he took the role of a narrator. I was thinking about how some clocks use torsion springs. Well, that was inadvertent. That was not on purpose, but I'll take it. I'll take it, honestly. Yeah, it kind of has that look. Yeah. Tiny little details that you wouldn't really think of unless someone pointed it out. I do quite like, I like him a lot, actually. I am very proud with what we made today. And yeah, the colors kind of came from this, but pretty much every other idea came from everything else kind of just flowed. The only thing that came from actually Timekeeper is the idea of a top hat and the outfit being kind of steampunky. Hell, the weapon is completely different, with Time Sands as being a clock hand, while hers is a I think it's called a clock key. It's some type of key. I like the idea of him being a narrator. Yep. I do like that idea, actually. Especially because Timekeeper kind of acts like a narrator during some portions of her story. Even without, like, anything crazy. I like it. So I feel like that Time Sands being that type of narrator. Just kind of giving exposition, since he can see the past, present, and future of timelines. Even some timelines that are destroyed. That would also kind of make him really broken. Maybe he could be like a narrator, keep stories in check. Yeah, that could make sense. Make sure that the flow of time is stable in timelines, and also making sure that they don't have any crazy outside interference. Too much. He probably gets in the way of error and ink, both of them, because he's a true neutral entity. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the main characters of the multiverse ask the question if he's even a Sans or not. He doesn't even act like a Sans in most cases. He makes jokes the same as Sans, but he's not tired. He doesn't sleep all the time. He's very active, and even in some cases completely hyper and manic. Like him being crazy social whenever he really feels like it. And even in some cases he goes and disrupts the story for fun and then rewinds it using his clock. Using the clock hand. Like he'd go into Undertale, mess around with Fell Sands for a while, and then just rewind it back. Kinda like, not gonna lie, he would really fit well in, like, is the leader of. I don't think that I heard this. Go on ahead and tell. We got a few minutes until we hit the 3-hour mark, which is also kind of crazy. Actually, yeah, we're beyond 2 hours, so technically we're already. Maybe not them. Maybe not then. Damn. It's good. We got time. We got loads of time. The spiral is very cool. I kind of like how I made it. I do kind of find it funny how it's like. Also, I'm going to keep his past a secret for the most part. Because he has no real reason to show it. For all you need to know, he's just a silly guy doing silly things. With his time, with both his timeline, with both his origin and his past being completely unknown. He's a lot like Bill Sans. He's like a chaotic neutral version of Bill Sans, in a way. If that makes sense. Oh. Multiverse is called Merg, Multiverse something group. Lama. Multiverse Emergency Response Group. There you go. with the goal of keeping the multiverse stable. I definitely feel like that frickin' Time Sands would join it and cause chaos, but only enough to like rage bait his colleagues, but not enough for it to actually cause harm to them or any permanent damage to timelines, if that makes sense. What's my sensei? You're a part of Merc. Checks out. Same here, honestly. Let me take a look-see. I don't know why I put that in there, cause... Lol. Also, it's something that I kind of realized that, Sans looks a lot more anime-ish than Sans, which is funny. I do kind of like the idea that he can just do that. That's like just something he can do. He can just change his appearance at will. Mostly because he finds it funny. He just finds it mad funny whenever people just act shocked whenever he goes full anime. Time would act like a gremlin. He's a gremlin character. Can and will cause chaos whenever he feels like it. Whenever he gets motivation, he just causes problems. He does solve his problems. He's not irresponsible. He's just chaotic. He's just a silly goober who's going to who can and will. Time Sense would probably be more of an ally to Merc, a useful person to be allies with. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of emergencies that the Merc responds to would be because of Time Sands. With Time Sands either being relating to it already there, or just causing, or is the one causing problems. Because that seems like that seems like a Time Sands thing to do. Either doing it to get the attention, or because he finds it funny. I think that would be kind of cool if his eye also acted like a clock. Where it's like... kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised. Also, it wouldn't be surprising if he had some type of time stop. This is about like kind of being like this. Of course, gotta. Gotta do this. There we go. So now his eye's a bit more interesting. There we go. In canon to kayaks. Alternative, though most ended up dying most kayaks due to capsule selection. Dust. Okay. Oh, gotcha. I see. Just adding more to this little reference sheet. I like this guy. This might be my favorite sense that I've designed. Well, except for True Dust, obviously. Because, no shit. There we go. There we go. Now the smiles also match. I think this is pretty damn accurate to what I doodled beforehand. I'm very glad about it. Yawn. Let's go to the hard mode. and was put under mind control and forced to gain OV until he broke free and beat up his mind controller. That sounds dang cool, actually. That sounds like a pretty cool Dust take, honestly. Even though it is, yeah, it's you as like an OC version, but that's a cool take for it. It also kind of sounds a lot like Host, except you can't really beat up the mind controller. It's more since it's part of him now. That's kind of, the artifact has an innate thirst for power, and that's what caused Host to go fucking crazy. That's how, or the Sans that would become Host goes crazy. Pro tip: don't leave timelines unattended around time sands. Yeah, no, duh. Obviously. Trying to stop him would be like trying to stop a truck. I mean, trying to stop a toddler from taking candy. You can. Good luck. He doesn't really listen to many. There's probably a couple of people that Time Sans would listen to, but those come few and far between. God, it is hot in this dang room I'm in. And I even covered up the vent that usually provides heat. Jesus. I might get some water after stream. I think that might be a pretty dang good idea, in my personal opinion. Alright. Well, that's really all I have for today. Though, oh, I see. That makes sense, honestly. Damn. He definitely needs therapy. In my humble opinion, Lamau. What games do you plan? I'll try various games. It just depends on the performance. If I could, I'd love to try again with Undertale Yellow, but well, we can only pray that goes well. Maybe I could do like a little playthrough. Maybe I could play some Silksong. Silksong's a very good game, and it's well optimized as well. I could have fun with some Silksong. I've played Silksong before. I've played through the entire game, so you're not gonna be getting the first-hand experience at the nerf him. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, that makes sense. OC too strong, had to nerf him. Understandable. I understand that. Well. I definitely feel that, considering I had to do the same thing with True Dust. Well, not necessarily nerf it. I had to make the progression a lot slower for True Dust. So he gains power much slower than he would originally. Because he'd usually go right up to stupidly powerful. But yeah. 100%. Yep. He would definitely rage bait. It would be massive rage bait. Honestly, if he could get a reach, he wouldn't do it to the point where it damages them, obviously. But he would do some slight rage baiting. Makes sense. Honestly, pressing the excited button was a bit of a mistake, but I don't mind it. I think, honestly, I'm pretty excited for next stream. I really do hope that I'm actually able to, you know, start playing and all that. You can't really rage bait him. Yeah. But he would try and make him mad, get him to react. Well, I think that we had a very good stream today. That went really well. We got to both make time sands and also, you know, do all the, and make a couple of tidbits of lore and also make that big sprite. To make, you have to be a really bad person. Oh, I understand. Well, obviously time sands wouldn't do that, so you would probably just ignore him because he'd get bored. Well, I do believe that it is time for us to end it. I do hope that you all have a good day. And I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully everything will go well. Goodbye, farewell, and all of you have a good night. I'll probably be in the sky somewhere.